Hey guys, RP here from Crypto Clarity, and today I want to explain to you how our transaction fee is calculated. That was kind of annoying that I could not find any video which explained this fast and easily, so here it is. Basically, the interesting part is that you don't pay mainly transaction fees based on to how many persons do you send, but based on from where did you receive those coins which you are sending forward. And this is kind of interesting to me. So in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is working on a blockchain, and because it's a chain of transactions, basically each transaction is linked to the next one. So if you want to send some Bitcoin, then you have to link first from where did it come from. And because of that, in the transaction, basically it is listed the history of the coin which you are sending forward, and you are paying transaction based on the size of the transaction in kilobytes or bytes. And the interesting thing is that if, for instance, you want to send one Bitcoin, but you got those one Bitcoin from different kind of addresses, for instance 4 or 5, you have to pay more transaction fees than if you would have gotten that one Bitcoin from one address. Basically, you pay a given amount per byte in Bitcoin. And if you want to give like a real life example, for instance, here there is a chart, and you can basically decide how much you pay in Bitcoin and how much do you want to wait for your transaction. And in the right column you see this in minutes. So for instance, if you want to wait between 0 and 50 minutes, you have to pay 0.000027 Bitcoin per byte of the transaction. And now the interesting thing is that, as you can see, for every input, and this is like a drawing of the transactions. So you list all the inputs, where did the Bitcoin come from, and then you list the amount, how much do you want to send, and then you list the out, so where do you want to send it, and this is the actual transaction. How does it look in a graphical view? And for instance, for each input you have to pay 180 bytes. So for instance, if there's a trend, you want to send one Bitcoin but you got like 0.2 Bitcoins, and you have like 5 inputs, then you basically have to pay 180 bytes times 5, because there's 5 input and there's actually like the output is only like 40 bytes or something. So you would have to pay 940 bytes worth of like Bitcoin. And if we multiply that by the price which I copied here, that would be like 0.0025 Bitcoin. And if we multiply that by the actual price now, which is like 13,000 something, then you can see that you would pay like $33.8 in Bitcoin now if you would want to pay a transaction and wait between 0 and 50 minutes. So this is kind of interesting to me. It is interesting that you have to pay based on what you received and not what you are sending. Obviously, you can send Bitcoin to like multiple addresses in the out perspective too. So you can send to 3 people, 3 addresses, 4 addresses, of course, and that would give like an extra 40 byte of transaction fee each time. But like I didn't find a video which explained this well, and I thought like, okay, let's give it a go. So I hope you liked it. I hope it was useful, and if it was, then you can press the like button. And if you would like to see more, then you can always press the subscribe button. So Crypto Clarity out.